need to learn to live with people you don't like. You can't let every little thing get to you. So I came to learn that my feelings and emotions are a weakness, and they don't matter in the grand scheme of things. But today, on episode 4, or activity 4, in the Book of Shadows created by Akasha, we are rewriting a story surrounding shame. And for me, that was during the times that I would go to other family members or family friends about the abuse I was facing at home, like especially from my stepdad, and how that was changing the way my mom and grandma and other family members were treating me. So I remember when there was a time that I was just so fed up with my stepdad, and I was like, I wrote a note and everything, and I was like, I hope him and my mom get divorced, and I was just like laying it all out in that note. And I don't remember who found it, but they told my mom and my stepdad, and that I got in trouble. And literally almost every day within that following week, I had family members calling me, texting me, trying to lecture me and stuff. I'm just like, this is just how I feel. If they don't get divorced, then they're not gonna get divorced. But there was other times where I remember I started fighting back sometime in about high school, and me and him like really got into it one day. And I kid you not, 30 minutes after all of that happened and settled down, I was getting calls, messages, all these things from family members I ain't even heard from in decades, talking to me, trying to lecture me, telling me how I need to stay in a child's place and not bite the hand that feeds me. I'm like, why am I being lectured and shamed for being abused and reacting to it? Just because that's what y'all be letting slide, why is that what I have to let slide? But they're like, oh, you don't know how that could get your mom in trouble and you'll get taken and put in the system. And I'm just like, so you eventually learn to just like bottle everything, or at least I learned to bottle everything, because I'm like, there's no point in me sharing if no one's gonna care enough to listen to how I feel. Even if you don't agree with it, at least let me speak. But I didn't even get the room to do that. So I eventually just started minimizing my feelings and the way I reacted to things, even if it was like bothering me. I just had to learn to let a lot of things slide until I eventually just blow up. But that lack of self-advocacy and that fear of rejection made me not stand up for myself when I should have, which led to a lot of toxic and codependent relationships, because I would attach to anyone who I felt was listening to me in any capacity, but then I would just be letting so much shit slide. Very, very hard times. But you live and you learn. And I've since started growing out of that mindset of feeling the need to minimize my feelings and reactions to something, because I'm going to react. I'm allowed to have feelings about something, and they deserve to be heard, especially if it violates my boundaries. And anyone who doesn't respect my boundaries does not deserve to be in my space, and I need to remove myself from that space.